The hardest thing about Philip is that so many different mental states happen to him over the course of the film. You have to try and find a through line that you believe, because you don't know what to believe all the way through. So I had to try and focus on just the things directly in front of him, so I could try and pretend like there was a reality going on for me, and then all that other stuff sort of happens to him. So it was hard. I did a lot of, I wrote a diary for him, like from a young child, wrote a diary up until now. Tried to find things that he might have had in his life, and tried to identify with all the horrible things that happened to him as best I can. I never felt like that, I suppose, because there was a really good team around us, and I always felt very comfortable with Alessio Liguri, the director, and with Daniela, who was the writer, who was always on set as well. It was very much their film, and then I was just trying to be a vessel to achieve what they wanted. So I never really felt any pressure to hold up anything as well, because there were lots of other people far cleverer than me around to fix it if I screwed up. I'm really happy with that.
What's her name?
I think there's so many different films to draw inspiration from for this. Like, for me, it was more psychological trauma that I drew a big inspiration from, and real stories of psychological trauma. So I would look at a lot of real characters for real people that had gone into mental institutions, and people that had maybe a multiple personality disorder or an associative sort of disorder. So I would look for character references in real people, and then trust that thematically the filmmaker was looking more at film references. So I'd like to try and go to the real people first as opposed to films, and then afterwards look at the films. That was a great film. Originally I met Miguel, who attended the London Film School in London, who's from Barcelona, and his family lives in Barcelona. And we were going to make a Don Quixote short a couple of years before that, and it sort of never happened. And then he got in touch with me a little bit later and said, I've got this new one, do you want to do it? And it was such a great concept. It was really like a filmmaker's film, it's set in the 60s about a guy making a film about Don Quixote. And it was like Alessio, when you meet directors with such a singular vision, and you know that whatever's going to happen, it's going to be okay, because they know exactly what they want. And yeah, we ended up winning the Silver Melon for that. So or Miguel won it, and I was just his actor.